with another video.
We are Wrestling Rampage here, back with another video, and make sure that you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We have great video content right here on Wrestling Rampage. Today we are doing a video, an idea from our good friend Breatha35.
That's right. You're doing great work, Breatha.
That's right. Make sure that you go and check out his channel and subscribe to him, Breatha35. And we want to thank you for your ideas, and your input. This is the best and worst
of the Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsemen. Right
now,
now,
let's go ahead and start with the best.
Yes.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, the flagship of the Four Horsemen.
That's right.
The flagship, the ring bearer, the captain,
the champion.
That's right. The NWA World Champion, defending against anybody. And here comes the Horseman.
That's right.
That's what you need. You gotta have your groupies, all right?
That's right.
Gotta have your goddamn stable come out there and save your ass. That's what they're there for.
Exactly.
So that's what the Horseman was there for.
Which leads us... Yeah, go ahead.
Another thing about the Horseman, I liked it when they broke Dusty's hand. Spank it! Make it good! Ah! Remember that?
Yeah.
That was great. That's a way to get heat.
Which leads us into another one.
Yep.
Another great performer.
Yep. Double A, Arn Anderson.
The enforcer of the
Horsemen. You know, Arn Anderson, great fucking talent, underrated.
Yes.
You know, multiple time TV champion, multiple time tag team champion. He's done it all, and his career ended too short. So.
Which WWE's using him right now.
Yeah, as an agent.
As an agent.
Which is a good agent.
Yes.
You gotta respect Double A.
Um,
was the guy that made the Horsemen, to be honest with you.
You know...
he was the one who named the guys.
Yes.
So.
Which is, another best member of the Four Horsemen.
Tully Blanchard.
When him and Arn were the Brain Busters.
Yes.
When they teamed up in the NWA.
Yeah, had good matches with the Road Warriors, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express. When they came to the WWF as the Brain Busters, had good matches with Demolition, Heart Foundation, the Rockers. And Tully Blanchard, when he was in NWA as a single of the Horsemen, you know, he had good matches with Dusty Rhodes. You know,
they hated each other.
They hated each other and had a great fucking I Quit match with Magnum TA.
Say it! Say it!
Fucking great.
The manager of the Four Horsemen.
The best manager of the Horsemen, James J. Dillon.
That's right.
You know, as Tom Miller would call it. Give Tom a little post there. But J.J. Dillon, you know, he was a great mouthpiece for the Horsemen. You know, if the Horseman was not there, for example, J.J. would cut the promo.
That's right.
You know, they needed a J.J. like Jim Ross said that.
Yeah.
A father figure, a mentor.
Yeah, you needed that guy to hold the Horsemen somewhat together.
Yeah, and that was JJ. He was the guy for it.
And he also managed a lot of other good guys.
Yeah.
He also managed Tully Blanchard with Tully Blanchard Enterprises.
Yeah, before joining the Horsemen.
Another great member that came in just a little bit after that was Barry Windham.
Yes, Barry Windham was a great addition to the Horsemen. You know, Barry, a great fucking talent. He had good matches with Luger. You know, yeah, Luger would beat him up, and
he wasn't very coordinated.
Yeah, and he had good matches with Dusty, and you know, when he was part of the Horsemen. But Barry, you know, he fit the Horsemen. He did.
He did.
Barry fit the Horsemen. Even though he even admitted it, he wasn't used to the Horseman lifestyle because he would get tennis shoes and stuff like that, and said, and Fucking Flair took him shoe shopping. He bought about $20,000 worth of shoes.
You need those alligators.
He goes, and Barry's like, I never bought shoes this expensive.
If you guys have
and Ric
ever...
Flair in the hotel, 100 kamikazes.
And if you guys have ever, which if you're gonna watch this video, you know you are a Four Horsemen fan.
That's right.
Go out and buy that DVD.
Yes.
Out by WWE, the Four Horsemen DVD.
It's a great DVD. Yes.
Next one is Brian Pillman.
It's a loose cannon. He fit the Horseman to a T too. You know, he wasn't about himself in the Horseman. He was about the group. Brian Pillman fit the Horseman to the T. You know, him and Benoit were teaming up in the Horseman.
Yes, they were a good
team. They were the wheel for a while Arn and Rick were doing the main event stuff. You know, or Arn was in the TV title picture,
which leads us into Benoit.
Yeah, Chris Benoit, he was like way better than Ole Anderson style, you know. If when Ole was gone and Chris Benoit was there, that would have been a good pick in the 80s. You know, because Benoit had that style.
He's all about business in the ring.
That's right. That's what you need.
He didn't cut good promos.
He didn't cut good promos, but when Chris Benoit was in the ring, he'll knock your fucking head off, and that's what you need.
Which leads us to Dean Malenko.
And which is hands of stone, Dean Malenko. That's right. The man of 1,000 holds.
And the man with the charisma as a cardboard box.
Mm-hmm. But he can work. That's all you need.
He can work. That's right.
That's all you need. If you can work, you can fit in the Horseman. You know, and that was Dean Malenko. He fit the Horseman to a T. He was a great worker, but he just didn't have no personality. But he had talent like a Lance Storm.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So he fit the Horseman great.
And that was the best members of the Four
Now
Horsemen.
we're going to go to the pure shit of the Horsemen. Now this is when the Horsemen went down to the shit.
You know, this is the Horsemen's asses.
Yeah.
Or the Horsemen's shit, pretty much.
Yeah. And number 10 is Curt Hennig.
Nothing bad to say about Curt Hennig.
Nothing bad to say about Curt Hennig.
But it was a storyline.
It was a storyline, and I didn't like it because because it was emotional to me. You know, they got me good on that because Arn Anderson did this heartfelt speech to Curt Hennig saying, "Hey, I'm not giving you a spot. Not a spot. I'll give you my spot."
To be the
enforcer
of the Four Horsemen.
You know, to take Arn Anderson's spot's a big deal. You know, and WCW just shit all over it.
Well, the NWO pretty much.
Yeah, NWO shit all over it. That's no surprise on the fucking NWO, you fucking cocksucker.
But later, he was only part of the Four Horsemen for maybe like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he slammed the
cage door on Flair's head
and joined the NWO.
And walks over to the NWO, which is no surprise. That's about 50 million motherfuckers. Here's my NWO right here.
Nothing bad to say about Kurt. It was just pretty much a stunt.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I'm not making fun of Kurt. I was making fun of the NWO there.
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger. You know, they needed a power guy in the 80s to match the Road Warriors, Nikita Koloff, people like that. And he fit to go to the Horsemen. So, and Luger, you know, he was green, really green, really green. And putting him with Tully, Arn, and Flair, you know, maybe it would help, but it didn't help whatsoever. But in Luger's defense, he did have a few good Horseman matches.
I'll say
you
that.
know, with Dusty for the U.S. title and matches with Nikita.
To me, Luger's always been a hit and miss guy.
Yeah, like he could have good matches. I ain't gonna lie. There's some matches I actually like with Luger. His series with Steamboat, Ron Simmons, you know, Sting. He had some good matches.
But he's also had some shit matches, too.
He had some shit matches, too. Next, Sid.
Which is another power guy that they
needed in the 90s. Alright? To match the Steiner brothers and people like that. Alright? And this is the 90s, so that's why I'm saying the Steiner brothers. And Sid was the only one that could match up, so they picked him up for the Horsemen. He wasn't in for the Horsemen. He was in it for himself. And then the stabbing incident that him and Arn had,
where Sid stabbed Arn with a pair of scissors.
Yes.
At a hotel, which it was just a bad incident. They were both drunk, and it was just it happens, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had it happen to me, but sometimes you get hatred towards people, and stuff goes awry. I mean, I never thought Sid as Horseman material anyway.
Yeah.
But
he was dangerous in the ring. You seen that powerbomb he did to Brian Pillman?
Yeah. What was that? The
Russ War 90.
The War Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. He pretty much dropped
Pillman right on his head.
Pillman right on his head. He hit the cage with him too. He hit the cage, and then fucking hit him on the head with the fucking powerbomb. Another shitty. Well, not a shitty member, but
it just didn't fit.
He just didn't fit in the NW. In the Four Horsemen.
Sting. Sting did not fit in the Horsemen whatsoever, because the Horsemen didn't need Sting, and Sting didn't need the Four Horsemen. And it was just an angle for him and Flair to start their rivalry, I guess.
Yeah. Now Sting, you could tell that he was a good guy, and that the Four Horsemen was the bad guys, and it was just a different dynamic. The guy with the face paint's the good guy, and he's with the bad guys, and I mean it was well played out on WCW television.
Yeah.
But it's just it was only used for that reason only.
Yeah.
Which is
next is Jeff Jarrett of the Horsemen. Jeff Jarrett did not fit the Horsemen. He wasn't Horseman material. You saw what he was wearing. That he looked like a poorly dressed male stripper with the straps. And he had the strut. But like Jeff Jarrett's a hell of a talent. He's a great worker, but it's just he didn't fit the Horsemen.
I don't think he fit any group because
he didn't fit in the NWO, and he didn't fit in the Horsemen.
Yes.
So he should have just been on his own.
I think at that point he was just searching for an identity.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, maybe I can be a part of the Four Horsemen, but...
Yeah, he wanted to be a part of the Horsemen. You want a part-time horseman, you want a full-time horseman.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But, he just didn't fit as a horseman.
Yeah, he just didn't fit. It was just and next is Ole Anderson, Mr. Bitterness himself.
The Rock.
The Rock my ass, he's the shits.
No, he was The Rock. He just sank to the ground.
Yeah. Fucking Ole Anderson of the Horsemen. He sucked. I know he was part of the original crew, but to me, I didn't like the original crew because of Ole.
Ole's the only reason why I went like the original crew.
When he left and they put Luger, I was like, well, that's better than Ole.
I mean, at least Luger will get in the ring and try.
Yeah. At least Luger will get in the ring and at least try to do something.
Fucking Ole didn't do shit.
He
just sent Arn in there.
Yeah. Ole was a bitter person. He had bitterness towards Flair. I don't know why. What? Why are you mad at Flair for? Because he made more money than you?
Didn't he have a real beef with him when Flair returned back to WCW in '92?
Yeah. When Flair went to the WWF because he got tired of fucking Jim Herd, which I don't blame him. Yeah. Let's bring in the ding dongs. And here's my ding dong right here, motherfucker.
Well, actually, the main reason why he did leave WCW was because they were wanting to put a shitty gimmick on him.
Yeah, fucking, what was the goddamn fucking Spartacus and shit like that. Well, come on, it's fucking Ric Flair. He don't deserve to be Spartacus. Get Brackus to be Spartacus or something. And fucking get Brackus to be Spartacus over there.
That's right.
And fucking. Then Flair left, went to New York, and fucking he lost to Kurt Hennig in that loser league WWF match. And fucking
he returned back to WCW.
Ole Anderson was the booker at the time, could hire people. Fucking Ole had the audacity. Fucking Ole Anderson, a guy that didn't do shit in his career. has the fucking audacity to say, what value do you have to this company that you lost to Kurt Hennig on national TV? And fucking Flair just fucking says, you're gonna say that to me? You have the biggest star in your hands right now. Don't fucking blow it, Ole. You know, fucking Ole Anderson don't know shit, to be honest with you. He's a bitter person. He's a piece of shit. He's a bitter old bastard. So fuck you, Ole.
He wasn't good as a wrestler, and he wasn't good as a booker.
Yeah, so fuck you, Ole.
And he wasn't a people person either.
Yeah, so fuck you, Ole.
He wasn't a bad member, but like he didn't fit in the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Was Hiro Mansuda.
Yes, like Hiro Mansuda did not fit the Horsemen because you couldn't cut a promo, you couldn't speak Japanese. You know, you couldn't even do subtitles. Couldn't understand what he was saying. And like the Horsemen was part of the Yakasaki Corporation or some shit like that. This was in '89. You know, this is when the Horsemen was kind of died down at this time.
Because J.J. Dillon went to WWF to become a booker.
Yeah, and this is when Flair would have his series with Steamboat, which was great matches.
Oh, phenomenal.
And but you know, Hiro Mansuda did not fit the Horsemen whatsoever. He was a nice guy, but he just didn't fit.
Another one who had a really great personality for a Horseman.
Oh, yeah.
Was Steve Mongo McMichael.
Steve McMichael, you know, he fit the Horseman, but in promos they're like, holy shit, Steve Mongo McMichael, right? I hear him on the fucking mic. Oh, look at this ring, Tony. Look at this ring, Gene. You see the ring? Well, this fucking Super Bowl ring that he won about 5-6 years ago or whatever.
At that point.
Yeah. And you know, he has his match. I was like, God damn, this guy's the fucking shits.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he join the Horsemen?
He had
great fucking promos. I got him. I was like, fuck yeah, Mongo cut a promo. Once he got in the ring, it was the shits. It was shit.
So that's what led us down to the downfall of Mongo.
Yeah, right there. You know, he couldn't work.
Because yes, you have to have a dynamic personality to be in the Four Horsemen, but you got to work a little bit.
Yeah, Mongo didn't work whatsoever.
Another shitty member, and I do mean shitty member of the Four Horsemen.
Yes, Kendall Windham. Yep. It was when old Arn and Tully left the Horsemen to go to the WWF, and they were trying to fill some spots, and fucking Kendall Windham couldn't plug one hole. I'm sorry, he couldn't even plug a half a hole. I think the only reason he came in the horse because Barry did, and you know, he didn't fit whatsoever. But every time Kendall's career, it's always been involved around Barry.
Yeah.
You know, part of the West Texas Rednecks. Why were you there? Because of Barry. You were invited in the Four Horsemen. Why were you there? Because of Barry. You know, it's just he just didn't fit. He wasn't Horseman material. That was a downgrade. He
was never going to be good as Blackjack Mulligan, his dad, and he was never going to be as good as Barry.
Yes, so
he was pretty much the jobberest jobber of the Windham family.
Yes.
So
and number one with a bullet. 1993.
The worst Four Horsemen ever.
1993, okay? The Flair for the Gold, I loved it. I was in the mood. You got the fucking original crew, you know, you got fucking Ole, you got old ass Ole, you got fucking, who shouldn't even been in there in the first place.
You got Ric Flair, the greatest.
You got Ric Flair, and you got Arn Anderson, and you got a Gap, alright? And you're thinking fucking Tully Blanchard, you're thinking Barry Windham, and fucking, you see fucking Ric Flair go, styling and profiling, pretty Paul Roma! Come on out here, Paul, in your cricket shirt. And he was like, why the fuck do you want this jobber from the WWF that worked as the Young Stallions with Jim Powers and worked for was part of Power and Glory with Hercules, who had about a 7-second match with the Road Warriors at WrestleMania 7, joining the fucking Four Horsemen. He didn't fit whatsoever, and he made some bad remarks about Flair and Arn of the Horsemen, calling Arn Anderson the Pillsbury Doughboy, and fucking telling Flair that he's 97 years old and shouldn't be in the ring. At that time, well, Flair was working way better than you were. So
he just didn't fit.
He just didn't fit. He fit with Pretty Wonderful.
Yeah. back in
Paul
'94
Orndorff,
WCW,
yeah.
a year later.
He did not fit with the Horsemen. Sorry.
But Paul Roma did not fit as a Horseman whatsoever. He was the job.
He was the jobber of the Horsemen.
He was up there with Kendall Windham
Didn't fit
as the
whatsoever.
jobbers. But that was the best and worst of the 4 Horsemen. If you don't agree with us, let us know in the comments below. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestleRampage2. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have other great video content coming up for you right here. Wrestle Rampage is that cream that rises to the top. That's right, the cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.